Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Laura. I know I haven't done one of these in a really long time, but I was on a book buying ban, and today I went to 2 libraries and they had sales. There are 2 libraries in my area, both had great sales. I have 20 books to share with you that I picked up. I spent $14 on 20 books, which is amazing. So I'm going to share with you what I picked up, and I will tell you a little bit of why I picked it up if I remember. Okay, so the first one, I already sorted out my books because this one I wanted to put in order. I got a whole series. I got the Fallen Angels series. I got 6 books in the series. I wanted to try this author out, and it was 4 for $1. I couldn't pass it up, and I was like, you know what? They look immaculate. It doesn't even look like the person opened it up. So I'm going to share with you. So it's the Fallen Angels series, and I got J.R. Ward. The first book is called Covette. And the book looks amazing. It doesn't even, no wear or tear. The spine looks amazing. And it doesn't even look like someone even opened it up. It's like amazing. I got this for $0.25. And I was like, I'm hoping I'm gonna like it. I looked it up. It is about angels, and I like to read books about paranormal. I like vampires, so I'm hoping that I like angels as well. For 25 cents, I got the Covette. That's book 1. I got Crave, book 2. Look how amazing the book looks. I think they just bought it and then they didn't even read it. So that's book 2. Book 3 is called Envy, as she's immaculate. Book 4 is called Rapture. Book 5 is called Possession. They all look amazing. And book 6 is called Immortal. So I got this for $1.50. I got the whole series. It looks beautiful. Look at that. No spine damage whatsoever, and I'm hoping that I like this author. I haven't read her yet, so there could be sexy times in here. I'm not sure. I think she does write erotica type things, so we'll see if I like it or not. But for $1.50, I could not pass this up. So that's that one. Okay, moving on. This book is a little damaged, but it was also a quarter. So I picked it up, and it is also a TV show, and I figured I might want to watch the TV show. So I did pick up the book. It is a little torn, but for 25 cents, I was like, you know, I'm going to just get it. So I got Red Sparrow. And this is by Jason Matthews. I don't even know what it's about. I know it's a TV show. It's a motion picture, it says on the front. So yeah, and it's also, it says, I could not put Red Sparrow down, neither will you, by Vince Flynn. That was quoted on the front. So it is a little ripped and torn over here, but for $0.25, I was like, I'm going to buy it. The spine is okay. There's no damage on the spine at all. It's just that little tear over here, which I could do with. So, yeah, so that's that one. The next book that I picked up, and the reason I picked this one up is because I want to read this book, and it was on my March Mystery Madness list to read. And this is funny because I picked this book up and I just turned around and my March Mystery Madness books are still sitting here, and guess what? I own it. So I'm going to be passing it on, but this is the book I picked up, and this is the book I already own. So now I have 2 copies of the book, but I only paid $1 for it, so I'm going to put it in my books to return. And see, they also look brand new, and I thought I misplaced my book, but I have 2 copies now, so I'm going to get rid of, this is going to go in my, next time I go to the used bookstore, it's going. So I have 1 book. I only need 1 book, but I wasn't sure if I misplaced it or I had it. I don't know. But anyway, back to the next book. The next book is a cover buy. I never heard of this author before, and I just picked it up. And sometimes when I pick up books, I just pick it up and like, oh, I love that cover, and I wanted to read it. So the book that I picked up for $1 was Prayers and Lies by Sherry Wood Emmons. So I really like the cover. The spine is really nice as well, and the cover, and I'm sure it's about a little girl. Can't you tell? But it says, a touching examination of all the different kinds of love between friends, between sisters, and above all, for one's family. So yeah, it seems pretty interesting. I never heard of this book before, and yeah, it's just a cover buy for $1. The next book is an author buy. I read this author way back when I was reading V.C. Andrews, and I really liked his books. And I was working in a law firm. I was traveling around the city on a bus and on a train, and I was reading all his books. And I started with The Firm, and then I read The Chamber, and I read everything. I don't know. I read a lot of his books back then. So this book I might have read already. So I got The Client, and the book looks really worn on the spine, but it was okay, and I wanted to read him again. So I figured this would be something that I might read again. I think I read it already. I'm not sure, because back in the 80s, I did not keep track of what I was reading. But I know I read a lot of John Grisham. So yeah, so that got that one for $1. The next one is also an author buy. I read Fight Club by this author, and I wanted to try out his other books. So I got Invisible Monsters. I never heard of this one before, and I was like, oh, I really want to, I read Fight Club, and that's the only book I read, but Fight Club was amazing. If you have not read Fight Club, yeah, it's an amazing book. So I wanted to read more of his books, and this is strange because the cover is this, and then the back cover is like upside down. So yeah, kind of weird, but I got this for $1, so I want to try his other writing out. So that's that one. And the next book that I got, now I looked at the hardcovers, but for $2 for a hardcover, I was like, I'll stay with the paperbacks. But I did find something in the hardcovers that I've been wanting to read for a long time, and I almost purchased it from Book of the Month Club, but I decided not to. And I got this one for $2. It's a popular book. I think it was released last year, and a lot of people read it already, but I have not yet. I got this one. An American Marriage, and I really wanted to read this one. It's on Oprah's book club, and I heard it was really, really good, and I got this for $2. Yeah, and it looks brand new. So yeah, I'm really excited. So that's what I got at the first book sale. The second book sale, I picked up more books. So here, the second book sale was mass paperbacks for 25 cents, so 4 for $1, and the bigger books were $1 each. So I picked up 4, and I picked up 4 mass paperbacks and 4 regular size paperbacks. So the first one is a author that I love, and I want to read every single book that she's written. So far, I've read 3 books of hers, and I want to go back and read others. So I found Kristen Hanna's book. I found this one, Summer Island. I don't think I have this one. My Goodreads stopped working in the store, in the library, and I was like so mad because I couldn't look up any of my books because I have everything on Goodreads, and so every once in a while it just crashes on me and I can't look up my books. But anyway, I couldn't pass this up for 25 cents. I figured I'd pick it up. If I already have it, I'll just donate it back. So, yeah, I had to get this one. So, that's by Kristen Hanna. She's an amazing writer. I read Nightingale, which was amazing. I read Homefront, which was also amazing. And I read Great Alone, which was also amazing. So, I want to read all her books now. So, that's this one. Okay, the next one. I was looking for a summer read. This one was just like a cover buy. I never heard of this author, never heard of this book before, and I just picked it up. It looks like a nice summer read, and I can't wait to sit by the pool and read. So I got Off Season by Anne Rivers Siddons. Never heard of this before. It is a standalone book as far as I know, or it could be book one of a series. I don't remember. It says beautifully crafted and dazzling. All her books are terrific, but this one is the best yet. So, yeah. I never heard of it before, and I never heard of this author either. And it screams out summer to me and like a beach read, so that's why I picked up this one. So I'm hoping it's good. For a quarter, I couldn't pass it up. I had to get 4 books for $1. So yeah, so that's one of the books I picked. Okay, the author's coming up again. As I said before in the beginning of this video, I read this author way back when in the 1980s, and he was one of my favorites back then because I was reading all his books, and I never heard of this book before, and it might be one of his newer ones. I got A Painted House by John Grisham. Now, I don't know if it's going to be like The Firm or any political or lawyer type book, but I saw it and I was like, you know what, I'm just going to get it for 25 cents. This might be one of his newer ones. Let's see when it was published. It usually tells me in the front of the book. This book was published, if I can find it, 2001. So it is kind of like newer, 2001. So yeah, so I got this one for a quarter. And it looks brand new. It looks like nobody even opens it up. Yeah, so that one. And this is another book that just screamed out to me. Never heard of the author, never heard of the book, and I just picked it up, and of course the color is purple, so it just screamed out to me, oh, like, buy this. So for a quarter, I got this one, A Stranger in the House, by Gloria Murphy. Never heard of it. The cover is really cool. There's a little girl on top of the tree. I don't know if you could see that. She's right here in that tree. And I just thought it was really strange looking. And yeah, it's a purple cover. I gravitate towards purple. It's my favorite color. And I just picked this up. It seems to me that it looks like, as I read the back, it's a psychological thriller suspense, and that was quoted. It says chilling psychological suspense that echoes Mary Higgins Clark's nail-biting novels, and that was quoted by New Bedford Standard Times. It says it was about a stranger, something about strangers that she. Don't talk to strangers, and I think the little girl gets kidnapped or something, and I thought it was really interesting, and I just picked it up, and I was like, sounded really cool, so that's why I picked up this one for a quarter. So I had to get 4 books. So, okay, back to the bigger books. This one is, I think, a psychological thriller as well. I got the Little Black Lies by Sandra Block. I never read Sandra Block before. A darkling, intriguing mystery that pulls you in deep and doesn't let go. So yeah, it looks pretty interesting. The cover looks brand new, and I got this for $1. The next one is a new release, and I've heard this one is also a psychological thriller as well, and it's brand new. It's called The Broken Girls by Simone St. James. This one is very popular. I've heard about this one before. I haven't read it yet, but I got this for $1. It looks pretty new. for $1. I couldn't pass it up, so that's that one. Okay, the next one is a Christian fiction, and I've been picking up Christian fiction because I really like historical fiction and Christian fiction, all that stuff. So I found this one. This is book 1 of a series, and the book looks brand new. I got From a Distance. It looks kind of about a war or something. Yeah, there's like horses in the background running here, and I just love the cover, and I looked it up. It was Christian fiction, and I can't wait. And I think this is book 1 of a series, so it looks brand new. That's what I was looking for, like something that wasn't damaged, brand new. I got this for $1, and I'll try it out. If I like it, I like it. If not, I only wasted $1, so yeah. So that's that. And the last book that I have is another psychological thriller. I love thrillers and mysteries. So this one was a cover by, never heard of this author, saw this book before. So I got And Then She Was Gone by Rosalind Noonan. And this one says, nothing loved is ever really lost. So it's about this little girl who goes missing or gets kidnapped or something or other. And yeah, and the book looks brand new as well, $1. I spent $14.15 and I got 20 books. So if you have any libraries that have sales, their sales are amazing. You can maybe find something that is amazing. And that's it. So I have to like categorize these and put them away. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. And I will see you in another video.